Well, y'all, hell's freezing over again. Shocker among shocks, now Democrats are lining up to give the funding for the Iranian strikes that 5 minutes ago they said was unethical, immoral, and was unconstitutional. Funny how it switches, isn't it? Yeah, this is going to be a fun episode because remember, all that hullabaloo and hustle and bustle and emotional bluster turns out to fall on the sword of reality when they come into the actual voting aspect of funding this bad boy. You're about to see an implosion on the progressive left. Write it down. It's going to happen. And I'm going to show you how it's going to happen right now. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on. Guys, we're going to dive into this. And I haven't seen anybody else cover this today. And I'll be 100% real with you. These people are only in it for themselves. And if you want to see an implosion, hold on real quick, write it down. Like I said, in about a week, you're going to see it. But before I show you all the details, guys, I finally did it. I'm going to be honest with you. I've been saying that I'm going to make a shirt that says hell is freezing over and hell's parkas. Yep, I did it. There it is right there. We have this on our website. It is linked in the description box below. It's an amazing way to support the channel. And here is the actual the actual shirt itself as I'm holding it right here. Hell's Parkas established 2025 grand opening. When hell freezes over, we're ready. And there is an amazing little logo on the front right there. Hell's Parkas, some mountain ranges with a little bit of a devilish twist because my God, guys, hell is freezing over more than I could have ever imagined it was going to this year. And there's a link in the description box below where you can get your own shirt. First in, first out. This is a limited time design. They will not let me hold these open for a long time. So once it is off and they rip it off the internet, it's gone. Once again, link in the description box below. Site members get discounts on all orders, and anything over $50 in a order total is getting free shipping as well. First in, first out, guys. Support the channel. It's an amazing way to do it and look amazing while you get to poke some lefties directly in the corneas. All right, let's get into this, guys. I've got to show you why you came here, and thank you for your time on that. All right, here we go. This is from Politico. Y'all, you can't make this stuff up. We're in it. Democrats won't rule out giving Trump more money for Middle East war. And I'm going to show you this article. I got a lot of things that are highlighted that you need to know about. But do you guys have any memory? Like, I know it was like a bajillion years ago, as in like 3 days ago. You know, the war has been going on, or the military action, or there's just the bombing the ever-living F out of Iran has been happening for like 4 whole days. You know, I understand. It's a long time ago. So I can see why the Democrats would forget that they came out with the moral outrage immediately against this whole thing. It was unconstitutional. It was illegal. It was autocracy. It was fascism. It was Trump being Trump. And all of a sudden now, well, I mean, I guess we could like maybe give you some money for it. I mean, I kind of have to do it. We're in it. But since we're in it and it requires a vote for emergency funding, why don't we tie some of our Democratic priorities into the funding package? Oh, look, the snakes are coming out of their pit again. All right, watch this. I'm going to walk you through the entire thing. Here we go. We're in it. Democrats won't rule out giving Trump more money for the Middle East war. Democrats will have to balance a desire. God, listen, this sentence is so disgusting. Democrats will have to balance a desire to criticize Trump's offensive with Iran with pressure to support funding to defend the nation now at war. Why does that sentence exist? Why is there a caveat that leads with Democrats will have to balance their desire to criticize Trump's offensive with pressure to support our nation? Can we just set up camp on that for a second? God, that's gross by itself. Anyway, watch what they're going to do. I'm telling you, write this down, and when this funding package stuff comes up, and the Democrats vote to authorize it, after they try to tie their little special priorities to it, the progressives are going to lose their ever-loving minds, just like they're losing their minds that the War Powers Act that they put forward didn't pass. Shocker. Oh, everyone knew that was a virtue signal. I told you it was a virtue signal. It didn't pass. I can hardly contain my surprise. I mean, like, good Lord. All right, here we go. Some Democrats aren't ruling out voting for a multi-billion-dollar military infusion, setting up a potential internal clash in the weeks ahead for a party whose political base is aghast at President Donald Trump's aggression against Iran. I mean, to be fair, they are aghast at everything Donald Trump does. The Trump administration's top defense and intelligence officials told lawmakers this week that the Pentagon could soon send an emergency supplemental funding request to Capitol Hill. They didn't offer a timeline or dollar value, but the White House is reportedly mulling a $50 billion ask, so they want more money. Yeah, that checks out. It's a war action. I mean, they want more money every time, Democrat or Republican. To pass any new military funding measure through the Senate, the support of at least 7 Democrats will be needed to overcome the filibuster. It's far from certain that the votes are there. Wait for it. Just wait for it. Good luck. What Democrat is going to vote to fund an illegal war? Senator Chris Murphy, Democrat, Connecticut, said Wednesday. I don't think, with the exception of one Democrat, there will be any votes for it. That's incorrect. That is completely and totally incorrect. I bet you dollars to donuts, you're going to see pretty quickly this thing gets passed because they're going to politicize the crap out of it. And you guys know what red means when I highlight red. Watch this. I mean, you lie to us, don't consult us, and then expect us to send more taxpayer money to a war that we shouldn't have started with no plan and no answers, said Representative Pat Ryan, Democrat, New York, a combat veteran of the Iraq War. In an interview, he called reports of the $50 billion request outrageous. Well, get ready because it's probably going to happen. Here's the red part. I swear to God, guys, that once you see these people and once the mask slips, you can't unsee it. But this is not the universal position inside the party. No. Stop it. You mean the hardliners aren't talking for everybody? That's so weird. Several Democrats on the Senate Armed Services Committee aren't ruling out supporting more Pentagon funding. That includes the panel's top Democrat, Senator Jack Reed of Rhode Island, as well as Senators Gary Peters of Michigan and Tim Kaine of Virginia and Alyssa Slotkin of Michigan. You know what's the common theme about all those people? All of those people are the establishment moderated Democrats. They call themselves moderate. They're the ones in the middle. They're not the progressive lefties. They're tied to the establishment. The progressives are going to lose their mind when this doesn't go the way they think it's going to go. A White House emergency funding request could force Democrats to choose. God almighty, these sentences. A White House emergency funding request could force Democrats to choose between rebuffing the president and turning their backs on legislation the administration deems necessary for replenishing key defensive munition stocks designed to keep U.S. troops and civilians safe. Let me translate that for you here real quick. Come here. This is what I mean by it's all political games. It's all for their own benefit of their brand and their party, which is in the gutter. Here's the translation. The White House emergency funding request would force Democrats to choose between rebuffing the president and key defensive munition stocks designed to keep U.S. troops and civilians safe. Good luck with that, lefties. Because the progressives are going to go, I don't care. You don't get anything. My job is to resist you. The real Democrats that are in the establishment wing, not the socialist wing, are going to go, yeah, no, we're actually going to lose more support and votes if we don't fund to back up our troops and our civilians. That's actually more politically damaging and shittier than if you rebuff the president. They're literally putting themselves in a position where they're going to say, like, well, I mean, like, we have to fight Donald Trump, but also we can't let our people die. Excellent choice, Democrats. Choice politicking. Choice. I need to know the goals and the plan. I don't rule anything out, said Slotkin. I mean, we're in it. Well, there's one Democrat future leader. There's a possibility of a spending package for the Iran conflict could be tied to other priorities. Oh, would you look at how that just magically became a thing? Which could make it more palatable to some Democrats. Yeah, put some pork in it. Lawmakers were talking Wednesday about attaching Ukraine aid. Oh, sweet. Others are eyeing relief for farmers, a key priority for Republicans in agriculturally heavy states, as well as wildfire disaster that Democrats have long sought. I think it comes down to you're going to have a number of things in there to get a critical mass, said John Hoeven, Republican, North Dakota. Goody. Let's get as many porky pork things in there as possible. A little bit of pork on the left, a little bit of pork on the right, and at the same time, we get to stand up, sit down, and fight with more munitions. The Democrats are going to try to use this to water down the impact of not fighting Trump with the progressive base, and it will not work. I'm here for it. It's going to be hilarious to watch, and you know I'll cover it, but that's what's about to happen. Let's keep on going. Clearly, there's going to be a cost to this war, and we haven't budgeted for, so there's going to be a need for funding, and we need some answers before we provide it. Senator Jeanne Shaheen of New Hampshire, top Democrat. Senator Chris Coons, the top Democrat. Again, all of these people are establishment. Those are both Biden allies. The top Democrat on the appropriations panel overseeing Pentagon spending is also keeping open the option of supporting an emergency military funding package. But, like Shaheen, the administration officials need to testify publicly about the failures in planning and the conflict so far. This is all about politicking. And here's the final thing. This is the number 3 in the House. Watch this. Democrat side. At the same time, said Aguilar, it's going to be pretty hard to move me off of a no, which means you gotta buy me off politically. That's exactly what this means. So, in summation, we have amazing shirts that are available in the link in the description box below, obviously, because hell's parkas. Come on, who doesn't need that? And then you've got the Democrats that are going to try to politicize this and extract even more funds for their special projects and hold the civilians and the military hostage while the White House needs more money to fight the Iran bombs. Excellent job, everybody. And that's what I've got for you guys. Let me know if I landed that plane. I'll see you on the next one. I'm Braden. Later.